Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you?
Man, you got energy. I can feel it already.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
good. I feel like I'm
I'm good.
talking a lot, but I think that normally happens on these these portfolio reviews.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous, so
Oh, don't
that's why.
don't worry about it. Do you want to talk about how you got into what you're doing and like where you're at with things and what like your what do you want to do and all that stuff?
Oh, absolutely. I am Can. I'm from Turkey. I started making CS:GO levels for fun when I was in high school as a hobby. Uh, I, in 2022, I how can I say this? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Uh, I decided to focus on environment art. So yeah, that's it, I guess.
Yeah, so you're the goal is to become an environment artist then.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Okay. So,
Thank you.
yeah, in your portfolio right now, we've got like a substance designer
Yeah.
material. We've got like a Counter Strike. I guess it's like a recreation of a part of a map. Is that if I'm guessing?
They, no, that's a whole map I did from
Oh,
scratch. Yeah.
holy cow. Okay. So the I'll start with the sand waves scene or
All
material
right.
rather, and just kind of comment on that a little bit. I know it's like I would say that the material itself. Oh my gosh, I know this man in your comments.
Yeah, I probably copied this from a YouTube video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't
But
remember?
yeah, I really
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, kind of don't remember. It was
It's
a long time
it's
because
yeah, it's
it's
five
from
years ago, man. Dude,
yeah.
that's crazy. Okay. We won't hang out on here too long, but it's more
All right.
about like understanding or knowing what elements are in the scene. So like these smaller pieces
Uh-huh.
here in the crevice, really understanding what those are, and defining those in the material will be really important if you're wanting to
Hmm.
like push materials. But you're wanting to be an environment artist, and that's 5 years old. If we look at the Counter Strike scene,
Uh-huh.
this one's last year, and you said you made the entire map.
Yeah, I did 90% of the materials and models. It
So
took
is, what was the
8 months, I
10%?
guess. 10% was the concrete blocks outside and the pipes in T-spawn.
Oh, and T
So
spawn,
metal.
dude. Yes. You're like I'm. It's like I'm playing right now. Uh, Man, that's crazy. So okay, so the experience workshop link. So this is Steam community. So what is this actually like? Did you submit this map?
Yeah, I submitted the workshop.
Wow. So people can play this. It's actually playable.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And how long did this take you?
7 or 8 months.
Man, that's hardcore. How did this feel? Like you don't see much of this in portfolios. Like fully shipped independent in that sense.
It, uh, I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned a lot about a lot of things like level design and prop creation. And yeah, I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah. No, I mean it's cool. Level
Uh,
design is yeah, go ahead.
uh, but I think I didn't nail the Counter-Strike team that much. So it's a little bit,
Oh,
you
you
know.
mean with just like the way that Counter Strike looks?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder. Yeah. I mean, I haven't looked at Counter Strike in ages, so I don't know if it's like I don't know what is making it not feel like Counter Strike. I
Uh,
guess it's more of like knowing where. Usually, you'll see instead of a very open space, you'll have some like larger boxes that tend to be like the spots that people are peeking from.
uh,
But I mean, so I guess I'll call out the things that I feel like are a little strange.
all
Uh,
right.
and then we can just kind of go from there. Because I know you're using the source engine, so it's a little bit
Uh-huh.
more limited when it comes to the materials, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a bit of constraint there. So we won't really comment on the materials all that much. And when you're making a Counter Strike map, I assume it needs to be pretty well lit. So even the darkest areas need to be visible. So we can't really
Uh-huh.
comment on that either. So you've got the ventilation up top, and I feel like the openings, there's so many of them. Maybe if there was like half of that, it'd probably be visually more um, accurate. But maybe there's supposed to be that many. I don't know. I've never seen a space large like this that's ventilated.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I'm talking about with the little overhead vent pieces?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I get it.
Um, Man, this is cool though. The other thing I would mention is the mountain in the back. That looks like
Yeah,
World Machine, no?
absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I used World
Um,
Machine.
is the it feels like it's lacking information that you have in the environment, like in more in the mid ground. So you've got your foreground, your mid ground, and then your background. And the mid ground's quite detailed. Were there limitations that stopped you from adding materials onto the background there?
Well, uh,
There could be fog as well that could help, like Vince is talking about in chat.
I think I added the fog, but it didn't look that good, so I removed
Hmm.
it. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, fog is going to be kind of different in every engine, especially like source engines being a little bit older. At least when I mean, last year I don't know much about the source engine. I used it once and was like, yeah, this feels weird. um, I think the other thing I would mention is the vehicles, the trucks here. They're
Uh-huh.
quite dark in the green, so they really stick out as like super dark versus the rest of the environment. I think it's the
Yeah.
tires as well, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can edit this really fast. Um, I'll see if it crashes too. I'll use the object select, which can be kind of crazy. Oh my god, it worked. Okay. Let's uh let's make this a smart object and we'll just do some levels on here. So by making the vehicle brighter,
Mm-hmm.
you can see it's almost not because it's brighter, but just more washed like the rest of the environment. Not that the environment's washed out or anything, but that instantly looks more in the environment and affected by the lighting, even though the lighting, because the lighting in this engine's baked, right?
Ex Sorry?
Is the lighting in this engine baked? I think it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So
right.
I think it's just getting this in line with the scene that it's in. Like it looks like it's not affected by the same lighting as the rest of the environment, and by lightening it up, it all of a sudden becomes much more part of the environment itself.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, do you see the difference when you toggle them on and off?
Absolutely.
And I think that's just a matter of like lightening up the textures for it. Were you texturing this in Substance Painter?
Substance design. Yeah, in Substance Painter.
Dude, nice. Or yeah, I guess both of them, right? Because you made some materials as well.
Uh-huh.
Um, no, this is really cool though.
Thank you.
It's very impressive that you put something like that together and then actually put it on like a the workshop.
Thank you.
Oh man, Scandinavia, yo, let's go. So this is yeah, this feels accurate. I don't know if we do poles like that here, telephone poles
Uh,
or power lines or.
well, I've never been to Scandinavia, so I I watched a TV series called Lilyhammer.
Oh yeah,
I think, yeah, that's filmed in Norway, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. So after watching that, how can I say this?
You're like I have
Kind
to
of
make this. I have to make this.
I has developed a sympathy towards Scandinavia. So
Mm.
I tried to mimic it, but you know,
It's actually it's quite. I would say I'm assuming it would be quite difficult just because it tends to be quite overcasted. So it can be hard to like get the lighting right. But I don't know. Maybe overcast in engines nowadays is a lot easier.
uh-huh.
When I look at are the rocks like are those yours or did you bring those in from?
No, I made those.
Oh, it's pretty good, man.
Thank you, thank you.
So so with the rocks, how much were you scaling them?
Scaling them?
Yeah, like did you
Ah,
scale them up to place them, or were they already pretty
yeah, I
big?
did, I did. Yeah.
Okay. So usually what I would suggest doing is if you're going to
Uh-huh.
scale a rock more than like 20-ish%,
Uh-huh.
you should author it to be that large, cuz then
Oh,
like the details will hold, uh or they'll look more intended to be at the scale that they are. Cuz like if you scale this up to a mountain size and put it in the back, it just won't work even if the materials look good, cuz
correct.
the shape language will be out of scale with how the rock would have actually like broken down as it just erodes naturally.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so it's thinking about, like, I would say these are large rocks, and then you would think
Uh-huh.
about a medium rock and then some like smaller rocks, because that'll help you. Like I see some smaller stuff here.
Uh-huh.
Like getting those in balance will help you build your composition better, uh, or have an easier time rather building composition, because you'll be able to go from large, medium to small as you transition from like rock to like medium rock to small rocks and grass and then the snow, of course.
No, I got you.
Yeah. And then I think so this is 4 months ago.
Uh-huh.
I would definitely look into how you can push your shaders.
Mm-hmm.
So there's detail normals, getting that type of information to help get the surfaces to hold up more. Don't be scared to add more geometry on these rocks as well. So like a rock that's in the back there, something
Uh-huh.
that large, that could probably be like maybe like like 7,000 triangles, 10,000
7,000.
triangles. And if you're using nanite, I mean just whatever, make it look cool. Yeah, so you've got detail normals, making sure the silhouettes look good when you're looking at geometry, and then also the shape language that's in the assets. Oh, and the snow on top of rocks. Like you can build that into the shader so that it kind of just works for you.
Uh-huh.
It looks like you're relatively comfortable with ZBrush as well. So if you wanted to, there's ways to generate them in Unreal now, but you
Mhm.
could sculpt like geometry of snow on top of rocks, like just
Oh,
clumps. And
oh, that's a great idea.
yeah, if you smooth them out just right and kind of get the shape language right, you can
Uh-huh.
decimate those down relatively low and just put them on top of the rocks. And then you would get
Oh,
that clump of snow, that's stuck on there.
uh-huh.
And
That would be nice.
yeah, because I mean, if it's like that, depending on how steep the roof is, there could be snow clumps in some spots of the roofing as well. Let's see what else we got going on here. So one of the comments, it's actually Shark saying it in chat. It's like albedo values seem to be a bit dark in general. So I don't know if you've got a render. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, that's cool. It's a shame that you don't see all of the world machine. You just get the little glimpse of it in the back. Oh, nice. And then you've got your references as well. But oh yeah, I'm seeing how this is all. Oh, this is cool, man. I love seeing people's work. This is so fun. Um, yes, so everything is feeling a little bit dark. If you were able to give us a render, like I'm not asking you to do it right now, but like if there was a render in here that showed like the albedo only or like unlit, you
Uh-huh.
would probably notice that the building and like the grass and maybe even like the wood on here and possibly even the rocks are too dark in their value range.
Okay.
They probably need to be quite a bit brighter. Let me see if we can. And I'm noticing it's kind of the same story with the truck. I
Yeah.
wonder what's causing that. What's up, Bray? How you doing? Um, let's just see what we can do with this. Because you can see there's basically there's no information here. There's a little bit like quite low here,
Yeah.
but bringing this up to here, that kind of hits that overcast. Like it's daytime, but there's clouds, so you're not getting any of the sun. But you can see how immediately pushing that back to where it was at, how little range there is from like dark to light. But
Hmm.
when you bring this up, this these pixels look like they're blowing out. So this light is it's quite bright, but I think it's a combination of maybe the paint being too bright and the red paint being too dark, and so the light is just affecting it in this way. Like if we, yeah, it'd be cool if we had the albedo only of it, but I'm assuming probably around here, maybe here is close to like the value of the paint if it wasn't lit. Like, see up here, it's super dark.
Yeah, it is super dark.
And so, like, if we take this piece here, let's assume that this is the color of the paint. You
Hmm.
probably would want to like, oh man, we're gonna get some weird colors here. You probably want to sit somewhere around this range. Let me dupe this so we can have a comparison. This is going to be a weird way of doing this as well. It might not really illustrate the clear enough. Um, red is red paint's probably not as red as we would expect it to be. Oh, hang on here. Like it's going to be red, but it's not going to be as oh my gosh, as dark as we're seeing it in the scene. I think it's supposed to be much brighter.
No.
And then you want to make sure that you're not going too saturated, but that the color is there, right? Could be a problem with the monitor. So Trax is thinking maybe your monitor's too bright. So you could be compensating uh, your entire scene. The best way to check, what type of phone do you have? Out of curiosity,
An iPhone,
an
iPhone
iPhone.
SE. Yeah.
So if you turn the brightness of an iPhone all the way up and then you view the image on your phone, you usually will get a pretty um, averaged lighting experience that most people will see your scene at. So if you're seeing like
Yeah.
full brightness on a phone, it could be like a Samsung as well or like an Android. It can if it's really dark
Hmm.
there, then you'll know that like your screen is likely your monitor is likely
Oh,
too too bright. Like if I
yeah,
hit
I get.
this here, yeah, there's info there, and it just barely. I mean, we might that might be what's going on here because like if we bring the like that almost is starting to hit like a. Oh, that's so interesting. You're just bringing the mid up and then going.
It looks
Oh,
better.
Droppy is saying don't buy VA monitors. They're good for gamers but bad for artists. IPS panel, better color reproduction.
Oh.
So you can see from back here, like the building's starting to feel more real.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I think
Oh.
it's I don't know what's going on with the grass, but the maybe it's just too warm.
Well, I added wind, but maybe because of that, I added wind, but I took a
Hmm.
picture and take a picture. That might be the problem. Probably the problem.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, in even with it being still, it just looks really warm in temperature.
Oh,
Like if
what
we
place is warm?
let me try this really fast because everything's very overcasted, right? So like all of that kind of blue sky and all of that stuff is just going to be affecting. This sounds crazy that I'm turning this up like this, but I'm gonna just see what happens here because the ground is going to be inaccurate. But yeah, see if you can get the grass color to be a little bit cooler. The
Hmm.
ground is like blasting. So sorry. I'm so sorry. Uh, yeah, getting the grass around that range could be really beneficial. Of
Yeah.
course, you don't want any of that blue that's popping through here, but it starts to look more like the grass is being affected by the environment that it's in, right? I think that what's happening is you're getting such a disconnect from that,
Uh-huh.
from the warmth, that it feels like it's not part of the scene that it's in. Um, yeah. So
Yeah.
let's see. some of the other things I was going to mention is like maybe the wood on the. I think these are wood. They may be metal. I'm not sure. But if these are wood, whatever
Yeah,
the
but
material is, it's very dark, so you're not really seeing it.
mhm.
And then compositionally, I was going to mention, where's that image at? This one with the tangent lines, where the wires are at and where the building is, they're like really close to the top of the roof. So you get that kind of
Yeah.
weird, there's like a
Oh,
weird line there.
yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah, just it's like where they meet. But I think we've kind of commented on most of the stuff that's happening here. Maybe the road could use a bit of a gradient in the middle.
Hmm. Oh, like the tires
Either yeah,
marks
either
like that.
tire marks or just like overall usage of the road. Maybe this like there's enough snow here that maybe there's snow buildup on the sides.
Oh, that
It's like
makes
just
yeah,
kind of grounding everything and making the interactions between all the elements of the scene, making it feel like those are all there.
yeah.
But yeah, did you have any questions about like just kind of all the stuff we've gone through so far?
Well, no. I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that it looks like you did another material as well. Then
Mhm. That
do you want
gave
to
me like
talk about
more
this one a
things.
bit?
Yeah. I watched a documentary about the planes, the
Yeah.
commercial planes. Uh, the lights in the cockpit was so good. I tried to recreate that.
Yeah, this is cool.
Thank you.
Man, is there dude, I'm curious what the reference looks like. I feel like you had a reference board that was like full of images. That would probably be really cool to see in here if you have an image of that. So this was last month as well.
Yeah, I'm going to add it.
Um, yeah, this is Bray in chat. This is probably a beefy graph. I would like to see the graph as well.
Well,
Like a
it was
screenshot of the graph probably looks pretty spaghetti monster.
like a spider web.
Yeah.
It
See, and
took a
that's
lot of
like knowing how to organize that so that you can really see what's happening. That could be cool to see. Um,
yeah.
but don't clean up your spaghetti just to put it online if you if you don't feel like it'll add enough to the. But I mean, this is really cool, and I think it's about pushing the surfaces as much as possible. Because like I look at this and I'm like, dang, this is sick. And what I what I'm wanting to see, I guess, is the maybe not the edge wear, maybe a slight discoloring around the edges. I don't know. They tend to be pretty clean, right? Maybe a dust
Yeah.
pass that's very
Yeah.
subtle.
I think I added, but it doesn't
Maybe it's
look
that
good.
subtle.
Yeah. Probably.
Maybe it's that subtle. But yeah, dust pass, understanding what the different materials are, like these screws. Maybe those are I like that they're all kind of the same color so they don't really pop out at you and they're already sticking out in the depth. So maybe they're okay like that. Maybe a little bit of dirtiness to the screens. It's kind of like reaching that hyper real scenario where basically this looks really good, but how do we make it like whoa? And by making it whoa, we start to step away from reality and push like oh fingerprints on the glass and then like oh there's like a little bit of dirt in the crevice. Like no one's gonna be that dirty. The screens get wiped all the time. Like what's
Actually,
happening?
I was planning to do that, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So,
But yeah, do you have uh okay, dogs are here, so it's getting crazy. But did you have any questions about what uh
well,
what we've been looking at or like where you want to head or
what do I want to head? Well, oh, what I want to head? Maybe. Uh, well, I don't know, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little
Yeah.
bit nervous. I'm sorry about that.
No, no. I mean, it kind of feels like a big question, right?
Yeah,
Um,
kind of.
uh, I mean, so you're saying 3D environment artist at the top and
Uh,
level designer.
mm,
It's it's pretty obvious that you have level design skills with the
mm,
Counter Strike map. I think a
yeah.
top down of that map would help, but I think I would want to see just a better understanding of your materials for environment art and just balancing your lighting and getting your environments to just kind of be more balanced in general when it comes to those two topics. So if you were to like push your portfolio even further, it would be that. It'd be adding like one more environment, working on those materials, working on the lighting, and then
Uh-huh.
you could I would say you're probably in a position where you might be able to get a junior position.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But yeah, did you have any other questions before we jump out of here? We have like 2 minutes.
Well,
I can grab the Merlin as well.
well, I don't have any questions, but thank you for doing this. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's been, oh my gosh, it's been fun. And it, oh no, okay. You're I look forward to I look forward to seeing more from you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
And your most recent material is quite impressive. So nice job with that.
Thank you so much.
All right, I guess I'll talk to you later. If you come up with any questions, don't hesitate to poke me.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. Got distracted there at the last minute. How are you guys doing in chat? Man, that was a cool, like, the progression in that portfolio is crazy, and I can't believe the Counter Strike map. Oh, is he whimpering? No, vibing. He is vibing. Wait, let me get the music going here. But yeah, we're basically at the end of the stream, and I told you guys I would show you Merlin. You probably saw a bit of him. He's crazy. Is he crying? He gets whimpery if you hold him for too long. All right, let me just. All right. Oh man, like a cat. Yes. uh, where's Madu at? Hey Madu. I should show Madu as well. Okay, where are we? Yeah. Oh my, hang on, I got earphones. It's not working. Hello, buddy. Oh yes. Oh yes, the king. He's like, what's happening? Why am I floating here? Oh my gosh. All right. Well, am I sitting right? What's happening here? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna get out of here. Shiny boy. Dude, isn't he shiny? It's crazy. Yeah. But, Bray, you're getting some cats? I'm getting a couple of cats to make my life a bit crazy this Saturday. Oh my gosh. Good luck, sir. Hey, thank you everyone for posting your portfolios. It was super nice to look at your stuff. Sorry if it got a little hectic. But, yeah. I guess I'll see you guys later. I'll see you in the Discord. And, I'll also see you on Monday. Until then, enjoy your Friday tomorrow. Right? It's Friday tomorrow. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.